Welcome to Rose Call. My name is Thee, Thee, and we're going to be journaling with oracle cards with the energies of Mary Magdalene, the Rose, and Mother Mary. It's a focus on you receiving your own messages, you going within, trusting yourself, trying something new, working with your imagination, having an open mind, or just experiencing the energy of the decks together. Mary Magdalene, the Rose, Mother Mary, sacred worth. I am worthy of love. Worth is not earned or given. Worth is claimed. What's so elusive about worth is that it's easy to forget it has nothing to do with anyone or anything outside of us. Our worth is inherent. One of the most profound lessons I've acquired on this path of love Mary Magdalene inspires is to understand that my voice, that quiet, unassuming voice of love inside of me, is worthy of being believed. Not because of any master's degree I've accumulated or a scholarship in writing I've accomplished, but simply because that voice of love is mine. This is reason enough to know it's worthy of belief. At the end of Mary's Gospel, after she reveals the secret teachings of Christ gave to her, several of the male disciples don't believe her. She is questioned and disbelieved, especially by the apostle Peter. Levi alone comes to Mary's defense by saying, "If the Savior considered her to be worthy, who are you to disregard her? For he knew her completely and loved her steadfastly." Mary 10:9-10. On my first pilgrimage to the south of France, when I was in early 20s and struggling with a sense of self-worth, I attended a festival of Saint Sarah La Kali in Saint Mary's de la Mer, where legends say Mary Magdalene traveled to escape Rome persecution. I was set up by the singing, dancing. I was swept up. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? I was swept up by the singing, dancing, grieving, laughing, the profound sounds of true devotion. I descended into the crypt of the church and watched as Saint Sarah was embraced, prayed over, caressed, and loved entirely. I sank down against the back of the wall and cried because I knew I was worthy of love, now and always. I knew that nothing I did, said, or gained or lost would ever make me less deserving of love. My worth is unconditional. My worth is always right here waiting in the crypt of my heart for me to claim it. And I also knew it was up to me then and now. It's up to all of us, like Christ, that Mary's voice is worthy of belief. Soul voice meditation. What helps me remember that I am worthy of love? What helps me remember that I am worthy of love? The Great Mother. Surrender to her mystery. Fall into her arms. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be here when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life on earth can be, that at times being human can be painful, lonely, and confusing. That the polarity and separation can be difficult when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. We often see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that everything's okay. And when things don't work out, then perhaps we've done something wrong or have something to fix. We've forgotten that life on earth isn't like that. Polarity is at the core of the earth experience. And it's through the polar extremes that we grow the most. We're not meant to avoid the night, the shadow, the winter. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Hand over your worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, and doubts to the Great Mother. Lay them on her altar. Remember to the sureness of the soil. Fall fully into her arms. Surrender to the mystery woven through it all. Remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think. And perhaps the more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more you can say, I have truly lived. A Rose transmission. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the altar and fall into the Great Mother's arms. Our Lady of Creative Choice. You have my power within you, and you are free beyond wildest imagination. Do you know that you are a slave to no thing and to no one? You are a divine being with the power of creative choice. You can create worlds, my beloved. Even the smallest choice contains great creative power. Do not cast your power aside, my child. Choose to trust me, to live with an open heart, a vulnerable heart, and to let my grace flood through you in rapturous waves of light. Choose wisely, creatively, and well. Yet do not fear your power, for the best choice you can make is to learn from all your experiences. I will guide you to use your power to create healing difference in your life now. You have at your disposal the power of heaven. I will guide you to use it well. Our Lady of Creative Choice has come to you with a message. No matter what situation is happening in your life, no matter how powerless you may feel to change it or to control it, you have so much power here. If you knew how much power you had, you would laugh with relief and wonder. You will realize that you don't have to control anything or anyone in order to feel empowered. Your power doesn't come from controlling outcomes. It flows from your endless capacity to make choices. Our Lady of Creative Choice help us when we know when we know the way we have been choosing to be, perhaps feeling reactive or out of control, might not be serving us anymore. Perhaps we have not felt much choice in the past. Perhaps might have not caught up in the feeling frustrated with another or out of control in certain situations, and all we felt we could do was react. Or perhaps we have become so caught up in just trying to get things done or working things out that we forget that we have a say in our lives. What is wrong with me? This oracle comes to you as a reminder. You have the power of heaven within you. You don't need to control life, beloved, but you can choose whether you dance with life responsibly or resist its flow and feel pushed around by it instead. Through paying attention to what is happening for you in the moment, whether that can be feelings of happiness or sadness, a feeling of letting go or moving on, or staying put and learning something, you can then make a choice about how you wish to respond. Your responses to your life circumstances are your choices to make and a source of great power within. You can receive any visitor into your home with a welcoming smile, or with rage, a laugh, or a clear directive to move on. It is always your choice, and the right choice will be what feels right for you in any given moment. A smile might feel right one day, and the rage feels right in another situation on another day. It is always your choice, and your choice creates a pattern of energy that interacts with what is, creatively igniting change. You don't have to control it or foresee it. You just need to remember to choose creatively, and most importantly of all, with honesty, how you wish to be. Our Lady of Creative Choice comes to you in this oracle with a special message. There is a situation in your life where you are contemplating making a decision. Perhaps it is even a bold choice and you are not sure about it. You are encouraged to be bold and to give your permission to choose whatever feels most authentic to you. If you are stuck in a situation and you don't believe you have a choice, this oracle brings you a particular message. You have a choice available here, but you must surrender your way of looking at the situation to the Divine Mother and allow a new perspective, and therefore more options to become available to you. There is always a creative way forward available. Sometimes we need prayer to help us become more flexible and receptive to access that solution. The following healing process will help you rediscover your power of creative choice, even in that challenging situation, through the divine intervention of the Holy Mother Mary. Healing process and affirmation. You stand in a rich landscape with a vivid orange sunset. At your feet there extends a beautiful blue lake. On the ground around your feet there are wild flat stones, carved with different words on each one. Just like the words in this list. Courage, kindness, playfulness, honesty, peace, letting go, surrendering, trust, faith, happiness, moving on, standing strong, blessings, miracle, confidence, yes, I am, integrity, truth, me. Reach down and pick up whatever stone or stones you feel most drawn to, whether you see the words on them or not. Perhaps you notice the color of a stone, or perhaps you sense a word upon the stone, or perhaps not. Stand quietly by the lake, and when you are ready, say the following prayer out loud or quietly in your mind. I call upon Mother Mary, Our Lady of Creative Choice, who loves me unconditionally. Thank you for reminding me of my own creative divine power of choice. I exercise my power of choice now. I ask you to bless me and encourage me to be creative and conscious with my choices, so that my path unfolds in the most glorious and wonderful way possible. So be it. Gently or with great enthusiasm, if you prefer, toss your stone or stones into the lake. You may wish to do this one at a time or all at once. Notice the ripples that flow, and know that you have made some good creative choices now. Stay watching those ripples as they extend outwards towards the farthest reaches of the lake. Complete this healing process with the following affirmation. I fully own my power of creative choice under the blessings and guidance of the Divine Mother. I am able to think outside of the box and make instinctive, intuitive choices that help me create life experiences that enrich my soul and fulfill my heart. Gratitude to Our Lady of Creative Choice, who is with me now, reminding me of my innate power and helping me remember to play with life. I pray for her miraculous intervention, that my choices be empowered and divinely inspired now. So be it. Blessings and gratitude, and I do hope you were able to journal. I do hope this was beneficial in some way for you. I do hope this was meaningful. You gained something. Yeah. And peace.